So how does this? I mean, this sounds like a fucking awesome, like a really awesome experience. How did you said something came up potentially drama related that kind of curved this? What was that?
Yeah, so we we were all just like, I want to say just like tired from writing, and just cuz
This was all original stuff, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we released our last EP about a year ago.
Okay.
Um and that was where like all of the stress was coming from. The touring was so much fun, just like playing for crowds and
Yeah.
just like meeting people, and like when we had that first stop in Chicago, like there were people that came to us from the area that were like, yeah, we saw your music video on YouTube, and like we've been following your music ever since. And it was just a really cool feeling to like, because I'd always been in cover bands, to be
Yeah.
like, people are singing along to songs that like we wrote.
Like,
And
dude,
that's
that is
just
the
the
thing.
coolest thing.
People, I don't. I'm telling you, man. Some people will not really understand that, but like, when you are creating a song, like if someone is singing a song that you literally created, it did not exist, dude.
Yeah.
Like, just think about that. Like the lyrics, like the chord progressions that you're doing. Like, of course, like every chord progression has fucking been done, but like everything arranged the way you had it with your vocals, everything that has never existed before.
Right.
And like I don't know what it is for me. Like it's something that like I still can't get my wrap my head around it. And I've released fucking I don't even know how much music at this point. But it's like when someone like comes to you like, oh, this is my favorite song. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
That,
It's so
that
cool.
doesn't exist if you're not there. You know, if
Right.
I'm not here. And that's
Right.
just crazy to me. So you guys are which is it's interesting that you say that the creation of the music what was kind of dragging everybody's interest away
Yeah.
because it's usually from what I hear at least from people in like more hip hop and whatnot is that's the part people love is the creating of the music and then the
Mhm.
touring's hard.
Right.
But you guys kind of had the inverse of that. So was
Yeah.
it just like people not gelling creatively, or was it just like we kind of weren't super inspired and we grinded out this EP and now we're kind of like, okay, we don't want to write anymore?
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit of both.
Okay.
We're all still like really close friends and everything, so I got nothing bad to say about like anybody in this band.
Mm-hmm.
But we were all perfectionists in our own way. We wanted the songs to sound a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And our lead guitarist, one of our band members, just kind of took that like to an extreme a little bit,
Okay.
where we had like almost a full album. I would say it was probably like 10 to 12 songs.
Yeah.
And when we were getting closer and closer to releasing, as Nick's doing the editing and all the crazy work behind the scenes, this guy's like, these songs need to be scrapped.
Oh wow.
He's like, they're not good. And
Really? Damn.
it became a thing of like, we're putting so much hard work into writing these songs and like playing them back the first time, being really pumped about them. And the problem this dude went through was he was listening to it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
he
you're
was-
getting ear fatigue by the end of it.
Exactly. And that's just something that like was hard to like kind of get past him. Was like, dude, like take a break from listening to the music, because you've listened to this song like 150 times You're
Today,
gonna-
bro. Like,
Right.
come on, chill. Yeah, chill, dog.
and it's like you're gonna pick out like every little thing that you
Mhm.
think could be better, but when you play it to a new audience, they don't see anything wrong with anything.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where we were kind of trying to be too perfect for what we were.
Yeah.
We were just like a small town pop punk band.
Yeah.
Like smaller tours, smaller shows.
Well, it's a balancing act too, you know. I mean, like you were saying, like you guys were all perfectionists in a way, and it's good to have that, right? You want to all make, whether it's just your contribution, and of course the whole song, you want it to be as great as it can be, but
Yeah.
like, you don't want to get so caught up in it being perfect because there is no perfect.
Exactly.
Especially with music, that's something that I've given a lot of like artists that usually more in the hip hop realm that want to get started. And one of the like biggest pieces of advice that I give is like set a deadline and just get it done.
Yeah.
Because what you're going to do is you're just going to keep going, oh, I got to change this, I got to change this, I got to change, it's not great, it's not good. It's like, dude, who are you to say it's not good?
Right.
It's subjective. You might release that, and even if it's just your mom, what if your mom loves that song?
Yeah.
What if it's her favorite song? What if she never going to listen to any other song?
Exactly.
Like we don't know, and and obviously you want to work as hard as you can to make the song great. I'm not
Right.
saying cut corners, but
Yeah.
I think that's kind of interesting because I think a lot of creatives kind of go through something like that.
Yeah.
how does it work in the sense of like a band though? Did that guy hold like more creative stake in like the direction? Like who gets to? Because that's something I've always wondered with bands. From the outside looking in, it's made to look like, okay, the lead singer gets to choose what's happening.
Right.
Is that how it is, or is it like everybody really gets to choose, and then who makes the executive decision if it's split 5-person band, 2 people and 2 people are like, oh, we're voting for this. Who's the one guy who gets to choose?
Right. That is kind of like up to the band. And that's like an unspoken like it's like an unspoken rule almost.
Oh
where like
man,
it can be really tricky, especially if you have like an alpha male or two like in the same band.
sounds tense already. I'm getting tense just hearing about it.
Yeah, and like I said with Nick, our drummer, he did so much of the writing. Like there was one of our songs that he wrote entirely, apart from like the guitars and like the background stuff. He sent us like a little track just on like Facebook Messenger of just like a voice recording where he's just playing the drums and singing over the top of it, and he wrote a whole song like that.
Jesus.
I'm like, dude, that is so amazing. And then from there, we had a foundation, and then we kind of just like spitballed off of each other on how to build off of that foundation. And like,
that's super cool, dude. That's just I'm fascinated with different people's like songwriting processes, especially like someone like yourself that's like been a part of a band where you guys have this group. I think like that's got to be so valuable to have a group of people that can all like literally one guy's like, yo, I got this thing, really love this thing. You guys are like, man, we love that thing, let me add this thing. And then it's just sounds awesome.
Exactly. And that's when we were like really like melding, is when we were able to like bounce these ideas off of each other. And that's something that we had for like a really long time, up until the point where we were about to release this EP. And then it got closer and closer to like the release date.
Yeah.
And it just started turning into like arguments in our Facebook Messenger chat, just like,
we want this one in. No, fuck, that song sucks, bro. Like, no, it doesn't. And just back and forth. That's kind of what it is.
And it's just like novel after novel of like why someone thought the song sucked, and then someone else arguing on why it was a good song. And it just got so exhausting after a while.
Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety. Or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.